new tires, and a new freewheel. Next on Crisscrossed. What's up, electricians? Crisscrossed here. So did a few things to the electric recently. Before I get to those though, I want to talk about this. This is a new bike spray that just came out from sta-bil, and it's specifically for bikes. It says will clean and protect your bikes, keep them looking new, help prevent rust, it says. And so I picked up a couple bottles of these off Amazon, and going to use these now to clean the bike whenever I de-clean it. So yeah, I just started working on the bike today here, just cleaning it. I did the tires as well. Tires look nice and shiny because I have new tires. But yeah, just get a soft damp cloth, microfiber, and a couple bottles of sta-bil, and use it to clean your bikes. So that's my tip around cleaning. So I did two new things to the bike. So if you look at the tires, you'll tell that they now have these reflective strips on them, and that's because these are new tires. These are the CST 20x3 big boat tires. They are street tires. I wanted to put them on and just make the ride quieter instead of the knobby tires, and because I mostly ride this bike on the road anyway, and if I do go on a trail, it's on a rail trail, which is pretty flat, so I don't really need the knobby tires. And I got these off the Rad Power Bikes website. They put these on some of their bikes, so if they're good enough for Rad, they're good enough for you. And Lectrics as well. So really nice looking tires. They got a nice kind of arrow thread. I'll show you a quick close up in a second here, but yeah, they make the bike a lot quieter. It's gonna have less rolling resistance, so maybe I'll get a slight bump in speed, we'll see. But they look really nice, and I like that side reflective strip on there. It just makes the bike look a little bit cooler, I think, overall. The second thing I did was I put a new freewheel on. So shout out to the guys over at VeloFix in Fairfield, Connecticut. I took the bike down there, actually tuned it up for me, fixed the brakes, which are really solid now. Gave it a tune-up, and put the tires on and put the new freewheel on for me. It cost me about 183 bucks, and they did a pretty good job with it, so I definitely recommend them. VeloFix has a mobile repair service. They have vans, and they have franchises across the country, so you have to check out if they're available in your area or not. But it's velofix.com, I think, is the URL, and you can go and see if they're available in your area. They will come to your house in a mobile van and fix your bike essentially. They also they work on e-bikes too, because I think Rad Power Bikes is one of their affiliates, and you can actually ship a bike to VeloFix, your Rad. Then VeloFix will put it together for you, call you when it's ready, and you come pick it up. So they do work on e-bikes, and they worked on this one as well. But the new freewheel's down here. It's nice and shiny. It's got a, I'll show it to you. It's got a nice shiny nickel plated coating to it, so it even looks better than the old one, which is kind of just like a dirty gold, if you will. But it looks nicer, much nicer on the bike. So, the reason not everyone needs a new freewheel on their electrics. So if you're just your average rider who, just goes 10-15 miles, doesn't go above 20 miles an hour, you don't really need a new freewheel. But if you do go faster at speeds at PAS 4 and 5, and you want to do less pedaling, you have more resistance while you're doing that, then go to the freewheel. That's an 11x28 tooth freewheel. I got it on Amazon. I'll put all the links in the for these things in the description of the video, so check those out. But yeah, so if you do go to higher speeds, it's a little bit less pedaling when you're in PAS 4 and 5. And also now, when I notice when I'm riding the bike, like in PAS 1 or 2, gear 7 is really, it's even a little bit tougher there. So what I'll do is I'll drop it down to 5th or 6th gear on those lower PAS levels while I'm riding the bike. Makes it a little bit easier to ride there. So, and I think I maybe get a half a mile boost out of the speed in terms of adding this freewheel overall at some of the different PAS levels. So haven't quite ridden it that much. I was just on a business trip, so haven't had much time to ride the bike lately. But yeah, so new Freewheel is on. You only really need it if you do go to higher speeds above 20 miles an hour. That's when it's really useful. So if you're not, a rider who does a lot of that, don't worry about it. You don't need a new Freewheel. But again, it just makes the bike a little more efficient for me overall, since I tend to ride it between, I'll hit 20 every now and then, and PS4 sometimes when I'm on a main road, just to be able to speed up or get somewhere faster. That new Freewheel comes in handy. So that's it for today. Just a quick update. So sta-bil bike cleaner, new tires you can get off the Rad Power website, and the new Freewheel. So that's basically it. I mean, I can't think of anything else I'm going to do to this bike at this point, other than hydraulic brakes, which don't fit in the front. So that's really my only other thing I would do to the bike if I could is the hydraulic brakes. But since they won't fit on that, at least the ones you can get on Amazon won't fit in that front wheel. Maybe there's another version out there that will, but at this point, VeloFix tuned up those brakes nice and tight. Gave it a tune-up, and the bike is even better than when I first got it, actually. So they really tighten these brakes and did a great job with that. So, but yeah, so definitely, if you do get a new bike, take it to a bike shop, have them tune it up, just have them check the brakes, because I think, when they do come stock from the factory, they're not as tight as they could be, not as dialed in as they could be. So, but that's just my advice. Take it if you will, and I'll see you next time on Crisscross. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, so just did some riding and some flat ground, and in PS3 and Gear 7, I'm now getting 18 miles an hour. Before I put the Freewheel on, that was 17 miles an hour. So I got a mile an hour boost with PS3. I haven't tried PS4 or 5 yet, but yeah, that's the big difference I've seen so far with this new Freewheel. And it's definitely a little bit faster now. So now the difference between PS2 and PS3 is 6 miles an hour. So PS2 I get 12 miles an hour on average. Now I'm getting 18 on PS3. So that's a pretty wide margin there. I wish they had dialed in the PS2 to do about 14 miles an hour. That's the best, I think, cadence there. But that's a quick update on the speed I'm getting.